Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. We'll just kind of chit chat a little bit till people see me pop up in their notification and you know that I'm here. We're making a card tonight, and the vote was Fancy Fold. There was also a few votes for some one sheet wonders. One sheet wonders are and you might not have even known what that was and thought, I don't know if I want it, I don't know what it is. A one sheet wonder is a way to cut your designer series paper into lots of pieces to make the most cards using one sheet. I tend to not use those because I like more stuff on my card, but they're a great way if you are trying to stretch a piece of paper. So we'll have a sketch coming up this week with some ideas for that later in the week using the same, hey Susan, using the same bundle. I've been going with a bundle a week, and then we'll delve into some different options with it all week long. So if you order this one, you make sure to use it. Hi, you guys. So this week we are doing Nothing's Better Than, and coffee, cookies, cocktails, chocolate. I mean, really, it has everything in it. And this is a really sweet bundle. So if you place an order this week using the current host code, which to find the host code, you just go to karamiller.com and you'll see July host code. And it changes throughout the month sometimes. But if you place an order this week, you are going to get not only your order, not only your bonus day coupon, but wait, there's more. This week, you will also get a bundle of 4 pre-cut Fancy Fold cards, 2 each of the ones I'm going to show you tonight and I'm going to post tomorrow. So there's a little extra something in it, and that's just for me, and I will just mail it to you directly. It doesn't come from Stampin' Up! At all. So if you're thinking, well, you know, I was gonna, maybe I'll wait. That's what the bonus this week is. So you get your $5 coupon from Stampin' Up! Remember, that comes in an email and you want to print it or save it or somehow hold on to it, so you don't want to forget it. And that $5 coupon is to be used in August. P.S. The new catalog comes out in August. Yeah, the new mini. I know you're thinking, wait, we just had a new catalog. We just got the annual catalog, but the mini holiday, and it goes through every fall holiday you can imagine. There's Halloween and fall and autumn and Thanksgiving, and then of course Christmas. So lots of cool things coming in that. We're not even talking about them yet, but just know it's coming. So you want to save those $5 coupons for new stuff. Okay, so hey, glad everybody's here. I want to show you a few things, and then we're going to make this card. So let me turn you down. All right, so here's our sketch. Now, and you're thinking, okay, that's great, where'd she get that? If you go to the blog, which is right at karamiller.com, and click on the picture of today's card, which I've lost, I've buried already. Looks like this. And on the page, you will see a place to download this. So you can download it and print it so you can have this for your very own. And this gives you the measurements and the pictures and a little tidbit on how to put it together. Okay? All right. So this one's not super crazy. The card that I'm going to post for you tomorrow using the same bundle is this one. And this says cookies. It has this sweet little cookie that looked like Cookie Monster's been here, and it says, you make everything better. And then you untie this little bow, and you've got room to write a little note inside. All right, so that's on the blog tomorrow. Tonight, we are going to do this one, and this says, A Day Without Chocolate. And you open up this. Is like, just kidding, I have no idea, because A Day Without Chocolate is just not happening. And then there's room here. We can stamp some of the other cool things. There's other sentiments. I'll show you those once we figure out how to put this little baby together. All right? So I have mine cut out already, but I want to show you how to cut it. So I'm going to put this over to the side, and that I struggle with cutting sometimes. All right, so only when I'm talking to you guys, I get befuddled because I'm looking at the screen and looking at the comments, and then I mess it up. So first things first, I need a piece of my cardstock, and what am I using? I am using, this is the coolest paper. This is the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. And you would think, where did she get that? But there is some really cool, there's like wood grain on one side, but then some awesome textures. This is a really great collection of just all over pattern paper. Really cool. So this one, and then remember when you look at the back, it'll tell you what the colors are, because I looked at this and thought, I think I know, I think that's Rococo Rose, but I'm not sure. Look down here, and sure enough, I could have used Petal Pink, but it's Rococo Rose. So I'm gonna grab my cardstock, but let me give you a trick. You're gonna look at this and you're gonna say, oh, okay, I need to cut that at 9 by 4 1/4. So I'm gonna cut it by 4 1/4 down here, and then cut off the bottom, right? The other part that you're gonna also need is right here, that's 8 1/2 by 2. Do that first, and then you only need 1 sheet of paper. You don't waste as much. So do that first, 8 1/2 by 2, which means I need a 2-inch strip, because this paper is 8 1/2 wide, right? A 2-inch strip. Okay, move that over there. Now I need 9 by 4 1/4. So I'm gonna go 4 1/4. And you will notice that this is already 9 inches. Aha, lo and behold. Okay, so then I need to do some scoring. The first thing, I'm gonna score this at 2 1/4 on each end. At 2 1/8, I'm sorry, on either end. So I'm gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna do it at 2 1/8. Those are tricky to find. Let me zoom you in. So there's 2. Each one of these lines is a 1/16. Ignore this stuff up here, because that'll get you really distracted. You just want to look at the stuff below the line. Those are centimeters and millimeters up here. I don't know those. So look down here. So I want 2 1/8 right there, okay? And I'm gonna score. And then I'm gonna flip this over the other end. And I'm gonna do 2 1/8 on this end. Okay, so there's that little ditty. Make sure they meet. Look at that, they meet nicely, okay? Then this piece needs to be scored at 5 1/2. So put this in at 5 1/2 and score. All right. Does not look like any card we've ever made, but we're just gonna hold on to those. Then I need and I still have this left over, right? So I could make almost two cards out of it. All right, so then I need, come back with our directions. Now I'm gonna use the Designer Series paper. So I need 4 1/8 by 3 1/4. Now remember, I told you when you get these Designer Series papers that you cut them in 4-inch strips and then again in 6. So if you've already cut it like that, you can still use it. In fact, let me do it so that you can see what I mean. So, and you're thinking, well, but I need 4 1/8, and it's only 4 inches. Well, good news is it can go the other way. So I'm going to go this way is only 4. So I'm going to go 4 1/8 this way. And then 3 1/4 this way. Okay, so there's that piece. You will notice that piece fits perfectly right there. Okay, all right, moving right along. The next thing we need, so that's this one and this one. A lot of times when I'm doing something like this, I just check those off as I do them so I don't get lost when there's a lot of weird measurements. This one's not too bad. 5¼ by 4 Whisper White. All right, so there's 5¼ by 4 Whisper White. And then last but not least, these are 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, 2 by 1 7/8, and I need 2 of them. So I have this piece. Let's see how this is. That is 1 7/8 by 2 and 2. All right. I think that was too coincidental for that to happen in reality, but it worked for me. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces cut. Now we can put this together. So first things first, we're going to take this. So basically how the card's going to go is like this, right? Those are going to line up right there at the bottom. These little pieces come in. This gets tucked in here. This, and there you go. All right? All right, so let's do it right now. So we need to take this piece out, and a little bone folder will make things fold a little bit better. And because this is kind of a foldy, move around kind of thing, I'm going to go with Seal Plus. Now Seal Plus is a heavier duty adhesive, and I want to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. All right, and then I'm going to line this up right with the bottom. The only thing with the Seal Plus is once you do it, you're good. You can't change it. Okay, well, that's where it's going. Isn't exactly what I had in mind. I was going to slide you over, but I guess I'm going to live with you there. If you are not liking that, oh, I wish I could have moved that, then go with the liquid adhesive, because that lets you slide things around and works a lot. The one with the green cap on it, which I was going to show you, but I can't put my little hands on it right now for some reason. Oh, here it is. This one. This one works really well. Hey, Marianne. And it takes a little bit longer to dry, but it moves around. It really is, Susan. It's pretty heavy duty. I still think if I was doing a box, well, let me see if I can get it off. See, tear tape you can't get off at all. This, it would rip. So no, not really. You really can't move it once you get it. And it is pretty easy to use. So yeah, it's pretty strong. Okay, so there's that, right? Now this is going to go right here. I do want to stamp on this, so I'm going to stamp on it before I put it down, and I also want to stamp on this one. I have too many pieces, yeah. On this one before I put it down. So I need A Day Without Chocolate, and then I need, just kidding. I have no idea. So I need this one and this one to stamp before I put it down. So I'm going to do that, and I'm using my little piercing pad to give me a little bit of oomph with it, because these are the clear photopolymer stamps, and they don't have a cushion in them. They're just the stamp. Oh, nice, Marianne. I'm glad it got there. I'm stamping with Early Espresso because it's chocolate color. And let's ink this little baby up. And we're going to just put that right in the middle. And then this one is going to go at the top on the left. Okay. So now we can put this part of the card together, and then we can start to work on our chocolates. And I can use regular seal for this if you want. And I did it wrong. Remember, I told you how to do this, and this is not how you do it. Make sure it's started. Make sure it's sticky. Roll and come back. Roll and come back. And then you don't end up with those little goobery strings, and it's perfect to start the next time. And this is pretty much the same, but you get, it's a little forgiving. Not, so if you're someone who really hates that or really struggles with it, use the liquid glue. If you feel like, I mean, these are great and they're fast and all that, but if you feel like it's too much pressure because it's going to be wrong, then use the other one and you'll be okay. Now, the reason I have this space here is because this is not exactly where it's supposed to be. Let me come over here and show you. See, this side's a little over. Remember I said it was going down? It's not that much, but it's enough that my card's not going to touch. Now, I don't really think the world's going to come to an end because I've got that little space there. Space there. But if it bothered you, then, you know, Susan, I wondered why my hand was sore today. If it bothers you, then that's where you want to make sure that you get this perfectly centered. Okay, let's put you down. Roll up. Bend and snap. And then this gets centered right in the middle. Okay, and then we have these two little pieces to go here and here. And then we can start to make chocolate. Now remember, these are not, they only go one way, 1 7/8 by 2, so it only goes one way. There. Okay, so my card is together. Now, I happen to feel like I would have put this down a little bit more. It doesn't really matter. It's in the middle. I'm good with it. This kind of looks like candy to me as well, or frosting. That's what I thought when I picked it. All right, so here's this card. All right. We are now going to start with a piece of Whisper White and this stamp. Doesn't really show. Those are chocolates, right? Okay, but we're going to do this a couple times because chocolate is not the same color. And we're also going to use a piece of early espresso. In this set, so the stamp is really cool. They did. You don't have to check with it, but you have to snap with it. You have to roll and snap. Only me, because of Legally Blonde. I don't think that's really how they planned it, but it works for me and it works in my brain. We have a couple of options. We have this stamp and we have this stamp. So, let me show you over here. We also have, these dies are great. These are really good word dies. Like chocolate is a die, and it's not a stamp. Can you see the dimension to it? Probably not. You'll see when I do it though. So we have coffee, cookies, cocktails. This one is neat. It says, love you more than, and it's, each word is separate, and then this is chocolate. Then we have this is the candies cutout. And then, all right, so where did chocolate go? So I'm going to take chocolate and run that through this piece of early espresso. And remember I've talked about these before. These are the little Post-it flags. They look like this. This is great for keeping things where you want it, because I will tell you, the first time I did this, I was in a rush and I didn't really use my flag, and it ended up just ever so much off to one side, and I had to do it again. So, doesn't hurt. Just stick your flag down and it runs through just like that. It's over here to one side, but you'll hear me crank. Here, it's coming. Okay, so here is chocolate. Now I ran that through this way, through the machine. Yes, it cuts, but I'm going to do it this way now, and I want you to see the difference. So this is going the long way. Actually, I can bring it over and show you. This is going to go this way through the machine. Watch how this goes. See how much better it is? It like just wants to fall out. And it's because the rollers went all along the whole word. Okay? This one will work, but I really got to talk to that to get it out. See, it would be really frustrating. It would work, but this way is so much better. All right? So run it in so the rollers go over the whole word when it goes. And you can see that there's only like a couple little things I need to pop out. And then I can use my little tool, my little take your pick, because it's just the center of the letters. You don't really need the brush, and you're all good, right? Okay, so there's that. Now, we need to make some chocolates. So I'm going to take this, and I need one more block, and I need this one. Now, because I'm going to do this a few times, then we'll decide which ones we like. If I went through the other way, you'd have to run it through a few times, right, Susan? But if you go the long way, you're good. One time through is enough. Chocolate. I'm going to do it twice, because sometimes you might have milk chocolate. And then this one. Okay. And then I'm going to cut these guys out. One more thing you could do if you really are feeling excited, you could grab some pink and you could color in your chocolate so it's the white chocolate, right? Maybe this one is a white chocolate with a pink glaze maybe. All right, we're going to leave our chocolates alone, but we're going to run them through. So we only have one die, so we just have to run them through a bunch of times. Kim back. Okay. And again, I want to make sure this stays where I put it. I don't want it hopping around, so I'm going to grab that and pop it on. And because I don't want to have to reach around and go all the way back, I'm just going to go right through just like that and then come back with it. There's one. Now on my card, my sample, I only did this once with the solid chocolates, but then I got thinking about it after I did it and said, oh, you need more than one chocolate. So I'm just going to run it through and then come on back. Just because of the way my table's set up, I don't have to pull it out the back. Let's do this light chocolate one. So I got this by doing, oh, I wanted to do one more thing. Wait a minute. I want to take the decoration. So this is stamp off. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to stamp on top of it. I told you we were going to make chocolates. Hey, Marsha. Thank you. Okay, so now I can line this up and I'm going to layer it. Isn't that cool? Right? So now I could have done this in a different color, but we're gonna, I'm seriously could get carried away. But let's take this one. Ways to make chocolates. And bring you back. Can you tell I like chocolate? This is another one of those $1 Million Earners stamp sets. I think this is Connie's. Dark chocolate on milk chocolate, right? Ugh, to die for. We have this really sweet, haha, I didn't mean to say it like that, a really nice chocolate shop in town. And because they're not open, they've been doing curbside pickup. Okay, we can handle that. So you go online and order your chocolates and then they bring it to your car. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have more than the COVID-10 by the time it's over. Okay. So as you can see, you could do a whole bunch of chocolates, but we're gonna go with just a couple. Now we can put this little thing together. This is the one, now these are a little tricky to put your adhesive on. I don't have them, but in the catalog there are sheets that you can put of adhesive that you can put before you run these through. Highly recommend it. I'll put the link on the blog for you to find. But if you don't have that, here's an option. You can use the Tombow and use take your pick and just get a little bit of glue on the end and go along. Okay, if you're patient, that works well. The other option is to take the seal, it's a little messier, using your adhesive sheet, your silicone sheet, I'm sorry, and run just a little bit along the top. And then flip it. You could also use glue dots. Okay? Exactly. Any way I need to get it, I will get it. And then this is going to go, you have to be careful when it sticks to your finger that you don't rip it moving it. Get it off you. And this is going to go here. And when you lay it down, make sure that you don't like curl it or get it crooked. You kind of let it go slowly. Right? I have a little bit of goobery stuff there. It just rolls right off, which is great. It really does. If you have excess glue. Glue on a sponge. That might work, Marsha. And just daub it on the back. That's a cool idea. Okay. See, I still have a little excess there. Rolls right off. All right, a day without chocolate. Just kidding. So now, because we have all these great chocolates, I'm going to use this one up here, but I'm going to take these little babies and I'm going to put them down here, but I'm going to color them first with my blend. So this one and then this one, I'm going to go with pink, all pink on that one, and then a little bit of, this is dark crumb cake. And I'm going to go right in here. This is going to look like milk chocolate with dark chocolate. Can you just smell it? Oh, so good. I don't have any of these right now. What are your favorite fillings? Mine are the buttercreams. Any buttercream, anything is great. All right, so put this all down. This one's going to be milk chocolate, and then I'm going to do a pink one in the middle. Don't you? Oh, so good. Now remember, you can always add some Wink of Stella if it needs a little shiny at the end, but for right now, those guys. And then I need my, here they are, my dimensionals. Oh, caramel. You guys. Ooh, orange. Yes. Yep, that sounds amazing. Coconut, caramel, vanilla. Yep, vanilla sounds amazing. Okay, fess up. How many of you stick your finger in the bottom to find out what kind it is? Yeah, no peanuts either. And I'm not a coconut girl either. Who puts their finger in the bottom so that you know what kind it is? I blame it on the kids when that happens, but my kids are all grown now, so I can't. I like the kind that give me directions, that give me a little guide so I know what I'm getting into. Oh, I think I need to go find chocolates tomorrow. Okay, so you're gonna go here. And you, yeah, no peanuts. Oh, yum, you guys. This is not gonna, those blueberries that are waiting for me out there are not gonna do it. And last, the one on the top. So, there's a swirl? Becky's Spill. I didn't know that. Really? That's how you know? Oh, you learn something new every day. I did not know that. Mary Lou, this is, see, you're going to be super surprised. You're not going to expect this at all. This is the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, right? You would think, oh, really? But if you look on the back sides are just to die for. Look at them. Like this one, I love that. I want that in a tile. Right? Oh, yep, that's good too. All right, so we have this. And, okay, so tomorrow's card, well, it's cookies, and I like cookies just as much. No, not at all. So we'll do cookies tomorrow, but today we're doing chocolate. You notice I skipped right over the cocktails and went straight for the chocolate? Coffee might be cool too. Isn't it pretty? I really liked it a lot too, Mary Lou. You know, you guys, I feel like, let me just double check. Yeah, I grabbed the leftover for this one. I'm still living with it. It's still okay. I told you I have trouble when I cut and then try and do it with you guys. This is really what that front should look like. It should fit like that. So if you follow the instructions, it will fit like that. I grabbed the leftover piece and put it on this one. But it's okay. We'll live with it. It still looks good. The chocolate takes away from the fact that I have too big a stripe up here. I could add a ribbon. I'm just going to live with it. Okay, so if you don't have this bundle, you can see why you'd like it. This is a good one. You can have coffee, cookies, cocktails, chocolate, and you have those same words when you get the stamp set. And then there's this super cute cocktail with an umbrella, a coffee cup die, and then the cookie die, and then of course chocolate. And then the chocolate, whoops, here it is, this chocolate one. So it's a really good combo, and they're different than and I have to tell you, when I first saw this, I wasn't super excited. It sort of reminded me of this kind of thing. The font looks like the Jetsons to me. I don't know why. I think it's showing my age. And it didn't, I think it was the coffee cup. It didn't really grab me. But honestly, when I got it and I started to play with it, I love it. And now if you don't use the dies, like using the stamps with the steam, oh, are they? Drat. Well, they're coming, so I'll look and double check and see what the date is. But you could use it without the dies. You really could, because you could fussy cut these. They're not that bad. You could do it. Now this is just the plain chocolate, which sort of looked like fudge to me, which is why I left it like that. But I kind of like it with the extra layer too. Right? Isn't it? You can tell. It's funny. If you watch the people that enough, you can tell that it's their look. It definitely is Connie. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. It's been fun. I'm going to go look in the cupboards for some chocolate now. And watch the blog tomorrow, probably later in the day, but I'll get the cutting guide up for this one. Right? Oh, good. I'm not the only crazy girl. Thanks for coming, you guys. Have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.